Of Canine Corner, we are diving into the world of traveling with your pet. AAA gives us their top tips, and our favorite corgi, Jack Ryan, puts safety first when on the road. Then we are getting wiggy with it. That's right, we have a doggy wig segment that is sure to put a smile on your face. We also take a look back at our favorite rescue pups from 2013. All this and more coming up right now on Canine Corner. Hey everyone, welcome to Canine Corner, the show that guarantees to keep your dog's tail wagging. I am your dog-loving host, Megan Medic. On today's show, we are going to check in with our good friends over at AAA and get some tips on how we can travel more safely with our pets. Not only that, but I am going to show you how you can take dressing up your dog to the next level. But before we get into all of that, in the spirit of the new year, let's take a look back at some of my favorite dogs from 2013 who are still looking for their forever home.
Cyrus is a 14-month-old male Dachshund Chihuahua mix. He loves to play, unsqueak toys, and give ear kisses. He would be good in a home with older children and other dogs. He loves to snuggle and is really a true lap dog. Cyrus loves to cuddle under the blankets and would love a home where he can share the bed and snuggle under the covers at night.
Snow is from Taiwan. She's a Formosan or Taiwanese mountain dog, which basically means she's a street dog. She was caught in an animal trap. A lot of the times the farmers over there leave animal traps, those old bear claw traps, on a property to keep the street dogs off. And she unfortunately got her leg caught in it and it snapped it off. We took her into our home last October and she's totally blossomed. She's this vibrant, happy, jumpy dog who's opened up and started to trust people.
Sunshine is about a 2-year-old Basset Hound. She came out of the Orange Shelter. She's getting a lot of obedience training, behavioral training, so she's done very well. She's a goofy, happy Basset Hound, but she does want someone that's strong leadership, that will give her long walks, a lot of exercise. She's actually surprisingly pretty good at agility.
This is Zeus. He's 2 years old, male boxer. Zeus has the special skill of knowing hand signals because he's deaf, so he knows all of his basic commands. He loves to run around a backyard and fly in the air. He might make a great agility dog for someone that really wants to spend the time training him. He loves learning new things. He's a positive reinforcement trained dog, so he is basically working every day. We work with him every day for about 40 minutes. And he's great with more submissive females or males, a little bit smaller. Perfect home for him. My dream would be for him to be with someone who really wants to spend a lot of time with him, maybe has older kids, wants to take them out for long walks or runs. He's great. He's a great jogging partner.
This is Tico, and Tico is 8 years old, and he's a Maltese Pomeranian mix, and he's such a cutie. He's looking for somebody who likes to cuddle because he likes to sleep on the pillow right next to you. He also likes to play tug-of-war, and he'd really like to have somebody who's at home a lot because he likes a lot of companionship.
This is Spike, the famous Spike. He was bought from a pet shop for $1,500 by a family who knew nothing about long-haired Chihuahuas. So Spike was given away to 3, 4, 5 homes. He is now in foster care with a great family, and he is having one-on-one training by a great trainer who is really working very hard with him. He is potty trained. He loves other dogs. He'd be a great companion, a great lap warmer.
This is Shotzi. She's a 10-year-old American Pit Bull Terrier, female. She's in a foster home right now with 2 dogs and a tortoise that she gets along with great. She's dog friendly. She actually was taken out, we found her at the San Diego shelter after she was adopted, and then the man who originally adopted her from the shelter gave her up because she was too laid back. So she was returned to the shelter by the person who he gave her away to, and we scooped her up. She is a cancer survivor. We've treated her with surgery for cancer. She had 3 lumps that we had removed, and she's healthy now, and she is ready for a new home. She's kid and adult friendly.
If you're interested in adopting any one of these dogs, call me here at Canine Corner and I will put you in touch with the rescue group right away. Call 310-618-5762. Thank you to all of those rescue groups for saving the lives of shelter dogs everywhere. Now, speaking of adoption, you guys sent me some really cute rescue pictures this month, and let's take a look at our favorite viewer photo. This month's favorite viewer photo is of Jade. Jade was rescued out of the East Valley shelter by her dad, Joe. Thank you so much for adopting this cute girl. If you want to see your dog on Canine Corner, send me their picture. Find and like us at facebook.com/caninecornertv. All right, everyone. Well, the new year is officially upon us, and you know what that means. Your vacation days have been completely renewed. But before you go out there and maybe hit the slopes or try to find some warmth this winter season, you're gonna need to know some pet travel safety tips for your favorite four-legged friend. And who better than to give us those tips than our friends here at AAA. So let's go inside and find out what the best way is to keep your pet safe while on the road. And not only that, our old friends Susan and Jack Ryan are here, and they're gonna show us how they keep Jack Ryan safe on their many vacations. Today, more people than ever before are traveling with their pets. And because of this, every year AAA puts out a Traveling with Your Pet book so their members' vacations can go as smoothly as possible.
As you would want to be aware of keeping your children safe on a trip, it's really important to keep pets safe and comfortable on a trip as well. And it's not just throwing them in the car and going along with you. You have to be a little prepared, you have to know what you're doing, and you have to know what their needs are as well.
Some of these needs include food, drinking plenty of water, knowing when your dog needs to stop and go to the bathroom, and when they need a little recreation time. This is where AAA recommends you do some research before hitting the road.
This way you know where there might be dog parks along the way, national or state parks that you could take your pet out into, and also pet-friendly hotels and motels.
To help minimize travel surprises and keep pets as safe as possible, there are some items pet owners should have on them when traveling with their canines. A carrying case or crate, a harness that straps them into a seatbelt, an extra set of dog tags or form of identification, a bottle of fresh water, and make sure your dogs are with you at all times.
One of the things that people ask us about is, can I leave my pet in the car? And the answer is no. You wouldn't leave your kids in the car either. Temperatures in the car with the windows rolled up can reach in excess of 100 degrees in 10 minutes or so. And that's on a moderate day. Here in the Southwest, in Southern California, it can get higher faster. And so it's important to take your pet out of the car.
Okay guys, I've missed my cute corgi friend Jack Ryan so much. You remember him, he won the AAA Pet Photo Book Contest. So Susan came out with Jack Ryan again, and you guys do so much traveling. You're always at a lake or a campsite. How do you keep this cute boy safe on all your adventures?
Well, one thing I do is I travel with him in a crate at all times in my car. Jack? I have 2 crates here, and they are secured at all times.
Susan hooks her crates in with bungee cords to make sure they will not move around when driving.
And I always travel with his ID tags on in case something were to happen to him. And I always leave his leash on just in case something does happen, the crate pops open, at least hopefully he'd stick around enough for me to be able to stomp on the leash and at least grab a hold of him in case he gets away from me. When we travel to a lake or a campground, we're in our motorhome. In a motorhome, I don't have the crates because that blocks the aisleway, and that's unsafe in case something happens to us. So I put my dogs in a harness.
The harness Susan uses has a hook to attach the leash, goes over Jack Ryan's head, and fastens into the seatbelt. This way, if something were to happen, such as a sudden stop or an accident, the dog will always be safely locked in, just like a child in a car seat.
And one thing I would also bring up is don't attach them just with a collar. If something were to happen and you were in an accident, you could snap their necks if they were to to go flying.
like that.
And boom, your
Just
neck
like
is
that.
going to break. So always have them in a harness.
Always a
Don't
harness.
attach it to a collar.
When most of us bring our dogs into the car, it is usually for just a quick trip to the park or to the vet, not necessarily for an overnight vacation. For short trips like these, Susan uses a collapsible felt crate. And inside this free movement crate is my precious foster pup Waffles, who also has some travel safety gear on. She also has a harness that she uses.
Yes, and that can be attached to the seatbelt as well.
Yes, to protect her little neck.
And if you don't have a special hook, you just simply take your leash and tie it to the seatbelt.
No matter where you're going, if it's down the street to the vet or for a weekend getaway, the dog will always be in a crate. Would you ever have your dog on your lap or free range in the car?
No. No, I would not. For one reason.
I'm writing it down for sure.
Well, your dog is a projectile in a car accident. That becomes 35, 40 pounds of moving mass. And for one thing, the dog can be ejected and killed and run over if he gets ejected, and or injure you, you know, if he hits you. So it's very dangerous to have a dog loose in a car.
I want to thank you so much for coming out today and supplying us with these amazing tips. You know, it's just so important to keep your pet safe while traveling. You never know what can happen on the road, and I know for me, keeping Owen safe is the most important priority in my life. So keep your pet safe as well. Write down all of these amazing tips from Susan and Jack Bryan and our friends here at AAA. We have to take a quick break, but when Canine Corner comes back, we have a little pet costume shop in town that I'm going to check out for you guys. Don't go anywhere.
Here's Marley Matlin. Since 1977, Dogs for the Deaf has been rescuing dogs from animal shelters and professionally training them to assist people who need them. They literally become the ears of a deaf person. Dogs are placed free of charge across the U.S. and Canada. Dogs that don't make it in the program are found forever homes through adoption. If you or anyone you know might benefit from having a hearing dog, visit the website of Dogs for the Deaf. Helping people and saving dogs is what it's all about.
Welcome back to Canine Corner, everyone. I hope that you enjoyed our piece on pet travel safety. But one more tip I wanted to give you guys is if you are doing any kind of traveling with your pet and you guys get separated from one another for any reason, contact the local animal control and the closest SPCA group so they can start looking for your dog immediately. This is where having a picture of your dog on you will come in handy. So now that we know how to keep our pets safe while traveling, I think it's time that we learn how to make our dogs look their best with the help of some interesting accessories. Stuffed animals, costumes, and wigs, oh my. Cushzilla is definitely the place to be if you want your dog or cat to look fabulous for any and all special occasions.
We all really wanted something that we could have super fun with that would allow us to play with our animals and maybe do something fun and silly.
Cushzilla has 20 pet wigs and costumes to choose from, including a line of A-list celebrity-style wigs inspired by pop culture icons, such as Marilyn Monroe, Katy Perry, and Lady Gaga. There are also anime wigs, wigs that give your dog a classic bob do, and even wigs with pigtails. As for the costumes, they are all handmade in Japan. Cushzilla prides themselves on making their products with top-of-the-line materials.
You might think that worrying about the quality of the dog wig is a slightly silly concern, but I figured if you're going to sell dog wigs, you're going to sell good dog wigs. And so we tried to get one that are as well made as a well-made human wig, but without, of course, human hair, because that would just be weird.
Clearly, all of this excitement made choosing which wigs to put on my dogs very difficult. So Michael stepped in to help me choose what he thinks would be best. Do these come in different sizes?
Yes, there's two sizes. There's a petite for like toy size dogs, and then a petite average for smaller to like small medium sized dogs.
Okay, let's take a couple and show us how to get these on our dogs properly.
Perfect.
Because the last thing I want is for them to be uncomfortable in an uncomfortable situation. All right, let's do Gaga.
Okay.
I will grab Spiky. I'm thinking Cow. And let's do one more for Waffles. Let's give her...
Katy Perry might look really cute.
Okay, all right, she's a California girl. So now that we've done our shopping
Yes.
and hardest decisions of my life. Let's get some of these costumes and wigs on the pups. Who do you want to go first?
I'll do Waffles in the kitty period.
Yes,
so it's designed for as comfortable as a human can think that a dog would be. I mean, it comes out ready to wear.
It's beautiful. These curls, they're so intact.
You know, sometimes I don't know if you ever worn a wig, but you have to like comb them out and there's creases in them. This one's good to go.
Each wig has a strap under the chin and ear holes to make sure pets are never uncomfortable when wearing these fashion statements. Even though some people don't agree with dressing up dogs, the team here at Kushzilla understands their business is not for everyone. They simply make and sell these products for the love of animals and, of course, for fun.
If your dog is saying no, don't dress them. However, if your dog is kind of chill and you have a good rapport going on there, I'm gonna say, you know, discuss this with your dog first. And if they don't say, oh no, then maybe you can dress them with something.
Oh my gosh.
There she is.
She has never looked so fabulous.
They're great.
With Waffles looking so cute, I could tell Owen was getting a bit jealous. So I had to get his spiky wig on him and turn him into the rock star he is. Despite the fact these two wigs are perfect for my pups, we still have a costume change coming our way. And you're about to transform into a cow. I'm assuming this goes under the neck?
Yes.
Oh, this fits so well. Part one.
It's already good.
And I like that it has a little bow tie because he's a gentleman. All right, and Owen is now a little cow. Once Owen had his costume on, Waffles became the ultimate Lady Gaga fan. And not shockingly, this platinum wig is Kushzilla's bestseller. When it comes to costumes, their pilot series flies high above the rest as the most popular. Even though this business is all smiles, there is nothing better than a successful company who wants to give back to homeless animals. And that is exactly what Kushzilla plans to do.
A lot of the photos for rescues, both cats and dogs, made the rescue look sad and scared and scary. So what we want to do with Kushzilla is to kind of team up and take pictures of rescues for rescue groups who don't have a photographer. We'd kind of like to help them out by taking cute pictures so that people can say, oh my God, I want, Mom, get me that dog.
I love everything, and I wish that we could take everything home with us, but I think that, Owen is pretty comfortable as this cow, and she's pretty comfortable as Gaga. But go to Kushzilla.com and you can find the perfect wig or costume for your dog or even your cat. I know we've got some cat owners out there who watch Canine Corner. And just order everything. Your pets are going to love it and look fabulous. We have to take a quick break, but Canine Corner will be right back.
I'm Staff Sergeant Meg Krause. I was on active duty for 5 years. I was a medic. My psychological health, I didn't think it was an issue when I came home, but one of my soldiers actually said,
I think you might be suffering from PTSD.
I came back from Iraq and I had PTSD too. You have to talk about it because if you hold it in, your life just gets miserable.
Since Sergeant Krause has returned from seeking treatment, she's back to the way she was when I first got in the unit as far as being a very outstanding NCO.
Welcome back, everyone. Now, to keep in the spirit of dressing up your dog, we have a canine fashion show in town benefiting a local hospital. Reporter Haley Skeen is in the field getting all the scoop just for us. Haley, what's going on out there?
Megan, I'm here at Torrance Memorial's annual holiday gala, and this year, some of the hospital's pet volunteers got a chance to strut their stuff. Let's take a look. There's something healing about the affection of a dog.
They're not going to hurt you. They're not going to talk to you about things you don't understand. They're just going to be there for you.
Pat Carlson has been involved in pet therapy for 13 years. And 2 years ago, Torrance Memorial got on board.
When you're in a hospital, it gives you a feeling that you're still at home.
Any dog owner can participate in the program after completing training. And at this year's fundraising holiday event, the spotlight was on the canine volunteers. Quincy was one of more than 20 dogs who came to participate in the fashion show to highlight the hospital's pet visitation program. The visitation program is geared towards lifting the spirits of patients, but owners say it's fun for the dogs.
He just loves it. He will sit on the bed, he will roll over, he leans on people, he's very, very loving.
And Carlson says the experience is rewarding for owners as well.
This just gives me such a great feeling of joy when I finish my shift each time.
Thank you so much, Haley. It looks like you are having a ton of fun out there. Now, if you want to take part in the visitation program with your dog, call the Torrance Memorial Volunteers Office at 310-517-4752. Now, let's take a look at this month's dog adoption recap. First, we have Sweet Boy Cyrus. He is a 14-month-old Chihuahua mix. He is very unique because he has one blue eye and one brown. He loves toys, cuddling under the blankets, and giving kisses. He would make the perfect companion for anyone looking for unconditional love. Snow is our next dog up for adoption. She is a 3-year-old and came to a Dogs Life Rescue from Taiwan, where her leg was caught in a trap. Despite her tough past, Snow has blossomed into an amazing and magnetic dog. She loves people and is just as fast as all the other pups out there. Snow deserves a home that will give her as much love as she will give you. Sunshine is a lovely 2-year-old Basset Hound who loves to exercise. She needs a strong leader to take her home and play with. She was very scared when she first came out of the shelter, but with patience and love, Sunshine will fill your home with light. We have Sweet Zeus. He is a 2-year-old white boxer. Zeus loves to run, is very curious, and is trained with the positive reinforcement method. This gorgeous boy is also deaf, but is astounding with his hand signals. He plays well with others and will make someone a very proud parent. Next, we have Tico. Tico is also an 8-year-old male Pomeranian. Tico loves to cuddle, and his favorite game is tug of war. His perfect home would be with someone who wants to spend as much time with him as possible. We have 4-year-old Spike, the long-haired Chihuahua. Spike is potty trained, loves toys, and comes in at about 7 pounds. He would be best in a home with no children and is really ready to be your cuddle buddy. Little Miss Shotzi is the next girl up for adoption. She is the definition of a gentle giant. She is a senior dog, but that doesn't stop her from being the most loving. She is a cancer survivor, potty trained, and really wants to make her forever home very happy. If you have a question about one of these perfect pooches or anything else, contact us and we'll be sure to get you the right answer. Call us at 310-618-5762 or email us at caninecorner@torranceca.gov. All right, my fellow dog lovers, that is all the time we have on our show today. Thank you so much for watching Canine Corner, the show that guarantees to keep your dog's tail wagging. I am your host, Megan Medic, and we will see you next time.